Good evening. I'm very excited and thrilled to do this talk with my cousin from New York, Tanya Dimbo. We've met on GED Match, and we started just talking about history of migration, history of Africa, history of African Americans, and we've just been trying to research our possible link as well. Interestingly, she has a passion for history and culture, and I wanted to do this talk to introduce her first of all to the family and also the people of the origin, and also allow her family to connect with us and talk history and culture. So, Tanya, when did you do your test first?
Oh God. So it was I don't know the exact date, but a couple of years ago.
A couple of years
Um,
ago. And
yeah,
what was the
it was like
motivation?
two years ago.
What was the
Um,
motivation?
the motivation was to find the African side of me.
Okay, okay. Were you the first in your family to do it?
I was.
Yeah. So what was the sort of like reaction in your family when you got your
Um,
results and you had like an ethnicity estimate?
uh-huh. So when I got the results, my aunt, my
Mhm,
mother's sister,
mhm.
she was very excited.
Okay.
And since then, she has taken the test.
Mhm,
My grandmother,
mhm.
so my great aunt, has taken the test.
Okay.
Probably about five family members
Okay.
have taken the
Okay.
test on Ancestry and 23andMe.
Okay, so just for the audience, I'm gonna share a little bit of what we've discovered first on GD Match, because that's where we initially met. So I'm gonna share my screen. Um, uh, 2 seconds. Um, so this is my kit number, and this is yours.
Hmm.
So if we run the test comparison, we can see that some 6 generations we had common family. And when we were talking, you mentioned that your maternal haplogroup, this is your most ancient female ancestors,
Hmm.
belong to an LO.
Yes.
And, surprisingly, I also have an LOA, um, uh, female ancestry. So as you can see, the estimation of the LO is just around this area, and you can clearly see a migration pattern. But they seem to suggest that Mozambique, um, just the regions around Mozambique might be where the LOA tended to live. And
Mhm.
were you surprised that you also share ancestry with late Nelson Mandela?
Yes. A very very honored.
Yes, because
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember watching the African American historian, Professor Gates. Uh,
Hmm.
I remember he was doing an interview with Oprah, and he said that because basically Oprah was asking whether she had any links with the Zulu, uh,
Yeah. Mhm.
Shaka Zulu, and Professor Gates was saying that uh, generally speaking, there's never been any link with any other parts of Africa
Ah.
than West Africa. But you are
Right.
obviously a very unique
Yes.
case. There could probably be more, if more people
Hmm.
test. Because I know that even Lupita Nyong'o, the Kenyan
Yes.
actress, she
That
also
she.
belongs to Elo. Um,
Hmm.
so it's just if you just go back to your own family,
Hmm.
do you have more history in terms of your mom's generation or mom's family or your father's family? Can you tell us more about what you know from the starting point of some of your family who came from Africa?
hmm So when I trace my since Desiree and I connect through my maternal line,
Mhm.
so I'll talk about that line.
Yes.
Um, my great grandmother came from Baltimore.
Okay. Okay.
Her father's name was Snowden, so he was Jewish.
Okay. Okay.
All right,
Okay.
um, and that was adopted.
Okay.
That was her adopted father.
Okay.
Um, she did know her mother, but I don't know that much because now they've passed away,
Mhm, mhm,
and I've
mhm.
become interested in this. After the matriarchs in my family have passed away,
Yes.
unfortunately.
Yes.
Um,
Sorry.
so
Mhm,
what my great aunt, my grandmother's sister,
mhm.
who's in her 90s now, told
Yes.
me recently was that my great grandmother was Native American
Mhm.
and white, European.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know, Desiree, if there's any way to show the picture of her.
Yes.
I
Sure.
sent it to you. Yeah.
I will allow you to share your screen, and which will be quite interesting for documenting the history.
hmm
Um, so okay. So I'm just
And
gonna
also, I have to find the picture on my screen. Okay.
yes.
Okay.
So multi. Uh, okay. So I've made you the sort of host so that you can share anything that you have on the screen.
Share screen. You won't see everything until I.
Yes. So you once you share, I'll
Mm.
be able to see that.
Oh God. Now let me ask you, can I send it on my phone to you?
Okay.
Resend it so that
Sure.
you're able to share it?
All right. Sure. Sure.
Okay. I think that's the
Uh,
easier.
okay.
Okay.
So you just make me the host again so that I can.
Okay.
Uh,
So how do I do that?
so you can send the pictures over
Through my phone?
Facebook,
Okay.
and that way I can sort of share
Okay.
the pictures.
So sorry,
Uh,
everyone. Give me 1 minute.
it's fine.
Uh, manage. But,
So you wanted to share your grandma's picture,
yes, my great grandmother.
your great grandmother. So tell me more about your great grandmother.
So this is my great grandmother. My on my maternal side,
Okay.
um, Mildred Thomas,
Okay.
and she was born in Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
Um, to parents, she was adopted,
Hmm.
and but she also knew her her parents, her natural parents.
Yes.
Um, but they said that she was Native American
Hmm.
and European.
Okay. Okay.
And so Mildred, or Mimi, we called her, would, the LO would be through her,
Yes.
the LOA
Okay.
would be through her line, her maternal line. And, it just, when I look at her, she looks like someone from East Africa.
Yes. Yes. Most definitely. Um, people from East Africa, um, uh, probably just around like Kenya,
Yeah.
Rwanda, Burundi. I can even see some aunties who look like her.
Okay.
It's really interesting. I wanted to run an admixture of your kit so that, because of this perception that people have in terms of, where do we come from?
Who they think
Or who do we,
we are.
who,
Where do
it's,
we originate from? Right.
there's always all this confusion that, um, we uh, do we come from this particular tribe, this particular region?
Mhm.
But genetics really proves that we have um, links with different regions. If we have to go by
Mhm.
genetics, I'm gonna share the screen so that I can show to the audience what your admixture looks like. So let me share the screen. Are you able to see?
Yes.
So
Yes.
I just picked a calculator. A calculator is what you can use with your kit to compare your kit against some populations. So I've selected Eurogenes here. You can see, proportions of North Atlantic, Baltic, West Med, um, South Asian, Northeast African, and Sub-Sahara in general. And if we click on Oracle, it will sort of give us an indication of the mixed population that you've got in your ancestry. So you can see, based on two population approximate, this is just an approximation. It could be either interpreted as 50% northeast, so that's East Africa, Bantu, and 50% Yoruba at genetic distance 15, or 50% Mandinka, and 25% Moldova, and 25% Yoruba. But you can clearly see that there is different kind of population that's been picked up. You have East Germany, you have Hungary, you have Mandika, as said before, you have Austrian, you have Croatian. So it's really, really complex, even South Dutch. And what I've also discovered in my own kit, if I can share, if I was to run the same calculator, you will see how diverse, at least in terms of genetics, how close we are with other populations. It may not necessarily be from the region where we were born, but this is just an indication that in the past, people have actually migrated, that they have mixed with local population. I think, in my view, that's the beauty of humanity, right? We are all linked.
Can I ask a question
Yes,
about the calculators? Because
yes,
there's different calculators
yes,
that I think show different populations.
correct,
Can
correct.
you explain it a little bit more for me?
So for like these Eurogenes, they may have um, categorized the populations from Europe. So what they basically do, they take your kit and they run the search against that particular database of European population. But so, for example, if you are using Eurogene, it's usually if you've got some European heritage, or if you're using Harappa World, it tends to be like the African population database, or Ethiolix, a sort of like mix.
Helix with French.
Yeah,
If you
yes,
could run that and show them the difference,
absolutely,
just
absolutely.
because the
I,
different calculators are so different.
Absolutely. I just wanted to show how mine would look like, you see.
Okay.
Um,
Yes.
so, and if I click on that Oracle just to give them an idea, I will come up as 50% Masai, 50% Masai, or 50% Masai, 25 as Khoisan, 25 as Somali, and then there's all these mixed populations,
Mm-hmm.
the Biaka, the Ethiopian Oromo. So it's really, really interesting. So if I go back to
Also, can I say really quickly,
sure,
the
sure.
lower your number, the closer and more accurate the calculator.
Yes,
And
correct.
so that calculator is picking up for you very accurate
Yes.
for
It
who it is.
means it's really part of your ancestry.
Yes,
It means there's at least 90% chances that they are part of your um
of who you are.
of who you are. So you
For
wanted me to
me,
use the
yeah,
Harappa
that's
world
why.
or the Ethiopics?
No, Ethiohelix, French,
All right.
is it French
Okay.
or
Okay.
is it Egypt?
I'll share my screen
And then punt,
and punt. Okay.
punt. Yeah,
So I'm gonna share my screen. So I'll type your kit
put
number.
it in.
Uh, so
There
let's
it is.
run the search. So you can see these are the estimation of population you're closer to. So Nilo-Saharan, North Africa, and Mbuti, East Africa, West Africa, Hadza, Biaka, French, and Omotic. And if we click on Oracle 4, just
Mhm.
to give us a mixed population
And
approximate.
four, Oracle 4 means that you have grandparents or parents that were from four different regions.
Yes, that's correct. So I'm not sure about this particular group, Bambaran. I still have to research
Oh,
it.
me
The
too.
Hema, I know that they're from Eastern Congo.
Okay.
Bamun, I'm still not sure. The Brong,
Ramon
still not
is Cameroon, I think.
oh, Cameroon. Okay.
Yeah. Hmm.
And then there is the Igbo, the Hausa who tend to live in northern Nigeria.
Hmm.
Um, then there is an Egyptian. So it's really, really interesting if we even use the Harappa world, if
Let's look at it. Yeah.
let's let's try that. It just shows that they've got different database and obviously more population they've researched, and
Hmm.
then they sort of built the population calculator. Um, so if we try the Harappa world, which tends to be more about Africa regions, um, 2 seconds, it's just running the search. So let me share the screen. Okay, so can you see that?
Hmm. Yes.
So let's check the Oracle 4. So you can see African American. They've actually picked up the African American
Yes.
uh, ancestry. Um, so this would indicate that they've got more African American in this particular calculator.
Hmm.
Um, but you can see that they've picked up Congo.
Yes. So
They've
there's
picked up
strong Congo.
yes at genetic
Hmm.
distance 4. So um, and also South Africa.
Hmm.
Dominican, again, the Hausa from northern Nigeria. Um,
Europa.
yes, the Yoruba.
Igbo.
So it's really, really interesting. I think the
Hmm.
more people do it, the more we'll discover about the
The
links
more.
of populations wherever they spread.
And
I've
also, when you get these numbers, if you're looking at Ancestry or 23andMe, and you get people like
yes,
Desiree or
yes,
whoever,
yes, yes.
I have two matches now from Jamaica,
Okay, okay.
from Clarendon, and from St. Thomas, who
I
come up as fourth cousins for me.
I personally have lots of matches from the Caribbean. I have
Hmm.
matches from Jamaica. I have matches from Barbados.
Hmm.
It literally all of the places in the Caribbean, and I think it's they have a
Is it?
strong ancestry in terms of um, ethnicity estimate,
Mhm.
have a high percentage from West Africa, but also Congo.
Yes,
And me being born in Burundi,
and specifically, I get Burundi and Rwanda on
you see,
23, and I
you
get
know,
a small percentage of
yes,
East African, and
yes.
that East African is from Burundi and Rwanda. And
I
I'm pretty sure it's coming from the grandmother that
he,
we just looked at.
here is another interesting thing. There is an African American who matched my DNA, and we had lots of segments matching with his mom.
Mhm.
And the mom has origin from like a long time ago. You know, they have origin in Haiti.
Okay.
Um, and he said that he, on his paternal line, he actually has the same paternal haplogroup to mine.
Oh,
And this is the interesting thing that I've discovered. I'll share my screen um,
mhm,
just to share about my paternal haplogroup. So I've got the A1B1 M118,
mhm.
paternal haplogroup. And then you can clearly see the migrations, some going there, some going west, some going
Going south.
down. And
Mhm,
it's said to be one of the oldest haplogroup, right? Haplogroup A. And if you look at where they, obviously this is really, really ancient. It's a long time ago. That's 275,000 years ago. But if you look at how the percentage of this haplogroup is found in certain population, um, I've noticed that they mention that it's found in northern Nigeria.
mhm,
It is
mhm,
found in Mali. It
mhm.
is found across the Sahel, so Mali, Senegal, and
Which is
all,
all
that,
of.
all that region. And
Mhm.
he also mentions that haplogroup A is found in African American.
And it
And
says
they are specific.
1%.
Yeah, and they're specific. They say in African American
1%.
male. Yes,
And
but
I just
still,
say that to
yeah,
say that that is
uh,
a really a unique,
yes,
and it's
yes,
not common.
yes.
And
But
so, yeah, nice.
in
Yeah.
in other groups where this haplogroup is actually found, you have the Khoisan, who are the hunter gatherers of southern Africa, and the Sandawe, who are also hunter gatherers from Tanzania. And then you
Mm-hmm.
have the Amhara region, that's that northern part uh, of of Ethiopia.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a very common haplogroup found among the Khoisan, who,
The
who are
A, right?
who are hunter gatherers. Um,
Mm-hmm.
this just goes to show, if I tell you about my country's story, born in Burundi, you have had, like, during colonial time, um, the colonial administration was categorizing people into tribes. So the 1% represented the hunter-gatherers. So that would
Mm-hmm.
be people genetically close to the Khoisan or the Sandawe of Tanzania. And the 14%, who are the Tutsis, they claimed that they came from Abyssinia, Ethiopia. And the Hutus, who represent 85%, who are said to have Nigeria, Cameroon origin.
Ah,
But
okay.
then again, this is the other thing that's quite interesting, right? Um, because I've never been told by my dad whether I'm a Hutu or Tutsi or Twa, so the hunter-gatherers. Um, but what what I've found, um, why just trying to read, all about sort of like DNA, is that there's literally only one time I've actually seen the word or the tribe Hutu mentioned
Mm.
uh, on 23andMe.
It's
And
just it's
And I
It's
was really
labeled as Burundi, right?
it's actually labeled. If I'm trying to share a page from one of my match from the US,
Let me see if
and,
I found mine.
and I'll show you what I mean by what is intriguing. So the colonialists said, okay, this group came from Cameroon and Congo,
Mm-hmm,
and this other group possibly came from Egypt and Ethiopia. So they're referring to the Tutsis, right?
mm-hmm,
So now this group, as you can see, you can see that haplogroup A. This particular individual
mm-hmm.
has his haplogroup
It's
as
branched
this one.
off, right?
You can clearly see they're all linked, right?
So it starts with A, it branches off to the D,
Yes, you can
and then
run.
to E.
Yes, and it's just
Okay.
spreading all over the place. So
Mm-hmm.
you can see that this particular haplogroup is found like 50% in the Hutus, right?
Okay.
I
Yes.
want you to stick to that information of, oh, the Tutsis came from Ethiopia or Egypt, right? So if
Okay.
this haplogroup is found among the Hutus are 50%, then look at what's happening here, down here.
So they're all coming from Egypt.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. They're all
So,
coming
so
from
that's why
Egypt.
I'm
Yeah.
confused. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I thought they said the Tutsis came from from Egypt, but then you have the Hutus um, being linked to the former king of Egypt.
Ramesses.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's that's why it's science. You cannot deny science. I
That's
think the
right.
more people realize that we all are interconnected, the better
Mm-hmm.
it will be
The
for
better
all of
will
us.
be.
For all of us. So I wanted to thank you for
Uh,
allowing me to interview you, and I hope this discussion will continue. It's
yes.
important at a time when we have ethnic conflict in Ethiopia, currently ongoing, and at a time when a small community in Eastern Congo, known as the Banyamulenge, are being targeted because they're said to be of Rwandan origin.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yes, they're being
Wow.
targeted, and
I didn't know
you've
that.
seen my results. You've seen it.
Yes.
If we
Wow.
from all over the place,
We're from all over.
no one is from
Yep.
one specific region. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I think it's important that we have these discussions. You have the conflict with Israel and Palestine. You know,
And then you have in America people who are thinking that
yes,
they originated,
yes,
they're a European and Native American,
yes. So it's
which where
important.
they just cancel out the African part.
Absolutely. The solution is to let's do DNA test and let's
Right.
get talking. Let's all you know discover more about each other, history and culture, and
Yes.
then
What
maybe
makes us alike?
yes, maybe peace and love will exist. So thank you
Yeah.
very much,
Thank you.
and let's do this more.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.